What up? What up, YouTube? It's your girl, the Kurt DJ, here yet with another one. I know it's been a minute, but I wanted to get everything squared away because I have a major update on my journey for RNY Gastric Bypass. So there's a squirrel running towards me a little bit. I got a little nervous. Anywho, I'm outside on my break, and I wanted to. I'm watching the squirrel, so y'all bear with me. Give out the update, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I finally, I got approved for RNY Gastric Bypass. Yay! Okay, but it was not easy. It was not easy at all. So let's go back to the last video. I believe I had completed my last weight loss visit with the doctor's office that I was attending or am attending. And basically, after that visit, the process got really interesting, to say the least. So about a week or two after my last weight loss visit, I received an email from the patient advocate. Now, note, I have not had any contact, any meet up, or we have not had any meetings. I hadn't seen this young lady face to face at all. And she emails me, and she said, okay, you're missing some things in your file. According to the nutritionist, I think I just made up a word. I had finished everything, but according to the advocate, I had not. So I say that to say, make sure you know, or you're staying on top of the staff that you're working with at the office to educate you on your process. So I had completed my insurance requirements, but I had not completed my medical requirements, which was labs, medical necessities, medical clearance, cardiac clearance, and I think that's it. Yeah, seemed like it was something else. And it only took me 2 visits to do this. I went to my PCP for my medical clearance and medical necessity and labs. Yeah, that's what it was. And then I went to the people that did my stress test to get the EKG. That's what I need, the EKG and my cardiac clearance. Now, note, the staff that I'm dealing with, the office staff that I'm dealing with, they're very unorganized and they don't communicate well. So the issue fell into place because they never told me that I had to have those things. I knew other people that have had the surgery or the procedure, and they had to have all this stuff, but that was never communicated to me. So I'm emailing her, trying to get clarification and whatnot. And the lighting is bad. Okay, there we go. Trying to get clarification and whatnot, and she would not respond to my email. She would not respond to my calls. I called the office several times, and I was told that, your paperwork won't be sent off until you finish your medical requirements. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, maybe if you guys, since I've completed my insurance requirements, if you guys could actually go ahead and send that off, because that process can take a couple of days, up to at least 30 days for the insurance to do their approval, and I could be, getting the rest of the medical stuff done. I was told that wasn't going to happen, and so I went ahead and made my appointments. I had the EKG. Then the nurse at the cardiologist, she was like, why are you having EKG when you had a stress test? The stress test overrides all of that. Plus, they're going to give you another EKG a couple of days before your procedure. I was like, please do it, because they working my nerves. So I did that, got the cardiac clearance from the same place. Then about a week later, or two, I think it was 2 weeks, I went to my primary care physician and got all that stuff done. And she told me, she said, most bariatric places, they want they don't have very good communicating skills, and they're very well organized, so you have to like show your face and go up there. And so I made it my business that Friday following my labs and stuff to go up there. And I got to speak with the manager, the office manager, and we're talking. I'm telling her what's going on, how I cannot reach the patient advocate, why she not advocating for the patients. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, because in my thought process, I'm a supervisor at my job, so I want to make sure that everything is a smooth process for every customer, every client, every patient, every guest that comes through my facility. So this is my thought process. At my 3rd month, that next visit, I think I should have been starting to meet with the patient advocate to make sure that I was on track with everything. And I told her that. I said, you're pretty much, if you're not educated on the process, you are bound to either get denied or prolong your process. And that's what happened. My process was prolonged for about a month and some change. So needless to say, she was like, well, I'm going to send off your paperwork, because we could have been on ahead and submitted it because you had already did the insurance requirements. Ding. Can y'all see me? Ding. Like, really? I said, that's what I was thinking. However, I was told by your office staff when I called that I had to complete my whole medical situation. She was like, no, that's not the case. I was like, are you serious? I could have been done, And so, needless to say, that was a Friday, Monday. It took to Tuesday, because she did not send it off Friday like she said she would. I called all day Monday. Finally, she called me back after hours, like 7 o'clock that night, saying that she couldn't get through to my insurance company, and she wanted to get my, make sure I didn't change insurance. I was like, no, why would I do that in the process of this? So I gave her the right information. She said, okay, I'm going to call you first thing in the morning and let you know if I got through or not. I didn't hear anything from her. So I got off my job early that day. And, this squirrel doing something to my spirit, y'all. Gotta watch him. But, I got off my job early, went up there. And guess who I got to see? The patient advocate. So she was like, oh, yeah, we sent that off this morning and this and that. I said, well, can I get a confirmation? Can I get something to let me know that y'all actually did what y'all said y'all were going to do? And so she came back and gave me a reference pending number. And so I was like, okay. Now, I have a coworker who had it as well. And she was telling me, oh, it doesn't take our insurance company long to approve it, about a week or whatever. So I gave them about 5 days, because the weekend came. So, well, actually, I take that back. Let me rewind back. I waited the next day to call my insurance company, which was the Wednesday of last week, as a matter of fact, and just to confirm that the reference number they gave me was legit, because at this point I was like, ugh. And so needless to say, what the heck, y'all, these squirrels are trying to take over my life out here. Oh my gosh, they're like gaining up on me. But needless to say, I got the confirmation, so then I gave them a week afterwards and called them this Tuesday, and I got approved. And I was like, okay. And they gave me 2 dates, which would be my overnight stay. So, what was I saying? Oh, so I was confused about the dates. I was like, is that a timestamp? Those are the dates that I'm having this procedure, or is that the expiration date? So I called back. The lady told me what date it was. That was the date that my surgery was scheduled for. And she told me that they had actually approved my surgery like 2 days after it was submitted. So that's a good thing, because you know, it doesn't take them a long time. So had they went on ahead and did what they supposed to do and submitted all my paperwork when I completed my 6 months, I probably would have had an earlier date. But they're lax on doing stuff. It's a very unorganized facility. Granted, the doctor is highly recommended. Like, he comes highly recommended. The only problem is his staff, and he doesn't work in that office all the time, so he does not know what, I don't think he knows what's going on. So it's like, and I will reveal this place to you in a later video, because I still have to trust them to cut me open. Well, not cut me open, but laparoscopically go inside of me. So it's very interesting, but that's my process. I am approved, and drum rolls please. My surgery date is 10/30/2018. So I'll be having my process. So I have a little over a month, like a month and 3 days. So I am excited, nervous, and anxious all at the same time. But you know, it's for the best. Because of course, you guys, if you've been following my journey thus far, I had a accident. I have 3 screws that are basically holding my hip into place, my pelvis into place, and my pelvis to my spine. So I have to be careful with my weight. They want to get the weight off, so that's one of the reasons why I'm having it. As you guys, if you followed me before this journey, you know I had lost a whole bunch of weight, but it came back over the process of a year and the accident and what have you. So I gotta get it off. But let me tell you this, my doctors did say my weight saved me, because my car flipped and it tossed me from the driver's side to the passenger side. He said if I had been maybe 10 or 15 pounds lighter, the damage probably would have been terminal, you know, at this point. So my fat saved me, but now I need it to come off so that I can have some longevity on my hip. But I'm going to get out of here. My break is almost over. I want to share that information. So guys, it's getting ready to get real. I'm getting ready to start you know, documenting some more, because it was not a lot to document from month to month, because I wasn't really doing a lot other than, you know, going to weight loss visits, stress tests and things of that nature, sleep study. I did come on, you know, right before I went to sleep, and all of that stuff came back good, clear, heart is great. I don't have sleep apnea. I don't have any respiratory issues or anything of that nature. So with that being said, all is well, and I will be coming back to you guys more often now that process, with some cooking videos, documenting like my eating and my weeks, you know, beyond the surgery. And I'm very nervous, because I am, you know, tapping into my travel vlogging and what have you. And I've been traveling for years, don't get me wrong. I gotta hurry up and go because UPS is pulling up. But I'm going on a cruise that was scheduled a year and a half before my surgery was scheduled. So needless to say, 5 weeks after my surgery, I'll be on a cruise. So I definitely will be documenting that to show you how it can be done. I know it can be. So anyway, peace guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.